Sixers fans, welcome back to the show. I am your host, Lawrence Arnell, and this is Sixers City, where we talk. Your Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, what else would we talk on a channel called Sixers City? I don't know. You tell me. What would you? Never mind. I have breaking news for you guys. This is the first time I've ever had to do the show in like a breaking news sort of approach, because the city has been embroiled in a bit of a fuss about our Philadelphia 76ers have been wanting a new stadium. Opinions abound as to whether or not the Sixers should be moving out of the Wells Fargo Center in South Philadelphia. There has been plenty of noise about where the Sixers should go, where the Sixers want to go, and where they have threatened to go should they not get what they want. That said, today, our mayor, Sherelle Parker, the historic 100th mayor in the history of the city, has made an announcement that the Philadelphia 76ers and the city of Philadelphia have come to an agreement for the Sixers to remain in the city. I have not spoken much about the debate as to where the Sixers' new stadium should be. It's my understanding, and you guys can feel free to comment down in the comments and set me straight if I'm understanding this incorrectly. The Sixers want their own stadium, is what it sounds like to me. And they want a basketball-centric stadium where they don't have to share it with the Flyers, right? and they want it in a new place, apparently. I have seen opinions everywhere from why should the Sixers be leaving South Philly, why should they be in Chinatown in Center City, leave things as they are, all the way up to, hey man, it's time for something new and modern and fresh, and this works in other places and it can work here. We have the public transportation infrastructure in place for it to work, and studies have been done, proposals have been made, and at one point over the summer here, the Sixers were not hearing what they wanted to hear from the city of Philadelphia, and they threatened to move to Camden. Now, you want to talk about an uproar, you want to talk about upsetting people. The idea of the Camden Philadelphia 76ers has probably been the most disturbing and the most effective tactic for the Sixers to take and in order to get what they want. But today, Mayor Parker actually put out an announcement. This is a post from X, and it says, "As your mayor," and I'm reading the text from this X post, but this was actually a video. She actually recorded a video. It actually looks pretty good too. Mayor Parker, if you really want like some high quality video, you should give me a call. I'll be the man for the job. I will be more than happy to produce your videos. As your mayor, I'm speaking from my City Hall office with a very important announcement. I am proud to share that I have made my decision and an agreement has been reached to ensure that our Sixers are staying home. I wholeheartedly believe this is the right deal for the people of Philadelphia. To the people of Chinatown, please know that I hear you. We have the best Chinatown in the United States, and I am committed to working together to support it. I'll have a lot more to say in a formal presentation coming soon. Now, the comments about the Chinatown is because that is actually where this stadium is going to be located. It's going to be located in our historic Chinatown neighborhood, and it's going to have a significant impact on the culture and logistics of that part of town. And those people who live down there are very opinionated about this decision, understandably. So here is my position. I'm a Philadelphian, and I go to games at Wells Fargo Center down there in the sports complex. I have an appreciation for just how unique, having traveled to other cities and seen where their stadiums are and where they play and how they handle the logistics of it. I have an extreme appreciation for the uniqueness of the Philadelphia sports complex. All of our stadiums down in one place. It's a huge culture down there, from the tailgating that happens before an Eagles game. I've worked in the stadiums I've worked in all the stadiums, actually. Actually, I haven't worked in Wells Fargo Center. I've worked in the other stadiums. And it's a unique environment to go down there to a game. You got your Xfinity Live down there to hang out before or after. And it's a really different experience than it is going to a sporting event in another city. And I, for one, would love to see the Sixers stay there. I also am excited that they're not moving to New Jersey. I also don't live in Chinatown. So I don't have a personal, life-altering stake in whether or not the Sixers stay or go, other than whether or not they get to take my money over in Jersey. It's unfortunate that the people in Chinatown are going to have to make the adjustment that they're going to have. It's going to be a significant impact. But as a Philadelphian, I'm really glad to see that they're not doing something so silly as going to play in another state. It's just not a very Philly thing. It may work for the New York teams, right? Where each of those boroughs is almost their own city, right? People from Brooklyn and people from Manhattan are not the same people. So the idea of one of their football teams playing in New Jersey, it's not that far-fetched, right? But when you're from Philly, you're from Philly, right? When you're from Delco and you go to Ohio, you tell people you're from Philly, right? So we don't want our teams playing in New Jersey. It just doesn't make sense for our teams to play in New Jersey. So I get it. I get why we were so upset about the idea of the team going over Jersey, and I understand how that tactic. I understand how that tactic worked. I do know that the proposal still has to go through City Council. I see no reason to believe that City Council will be contrary to the wishes of the mayor. Sherelle Parker has been transformative. She's an impactful and a decent leader. I have no reason to believe that City Council won't back the mayor in this. I don't know why it would come back at us, but there you have it, folks. The Philadelphia 76ers will remain the Philadelphia 76ers. And we're going to be catching the train. I just broke the news to my daughter in the car. We went to several games last year. We actually kind of made it the household birthday thing to do in the winter and the spring last year. And she's like, "Well, what does that mean? Like, how do we get to the job? How do we get to the games?" It's like, we have to find some parking. We may have to do a little bit of walking. We maybe catch an Uber from some garage to park in and make our way over to the game. She's like, "Well, I'd rather take an Uber." It's like, well, of course you'd rather take an Uber. Of course you'd rather take an Uber. You know what I mean? But it's going to be an interesting logistical adjustment, right? Being able to just park in the garage, in the lot, and walk into the game, or for a lot of people, going to the games at the sports complex has been getting off the subway and walking to the games. So it's not going to be a huge adjustment for people who have been taking public transportation to the games in the past. But if you've been driving to the games, you're in for a rude awakening trying to go to a game in Chinatown. You are really up for one. I don't care how close they put it to the off-ramp from I-95 or 676. You're in for a rude awakening if you think you're going to be just driving down to these games and parking up. We're going to have a good time when it's time to play in the new 76 place. The games are going to be great. The team's going to be fun to watch. The people are going to have a blast. Soon, we're all going to forget about the headache it was coming to this decision. But man, it's been a ride. And congratulations to the Philadelphia 76ers for being able to put the city in a Kimura and get what they wanted out of the deal. Congratulations to them for getting the city to tap out. Congratulations to Mayor Parker for getting to make a historic decision and coming to this conclusion and kind of threading the needle with keeping the city happy. And congratulations to the Philadelphia 76ers fans for not having to pay $6 to get over the bridge to get back from the games. Congratulations to us all. And thanks for watching. I really hope the content has made it worthwhile for you. Like and you subscribe. It's only 2 buttons down there. You could go ahead and bing, bing, do what you got to do, and that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for joining me. Do yourself a favor. Get close to God, and whatever you do good first. All right? Peace.